Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer your elemental energy reading for the area of love and romance. And we're going to start things off this week with fire. So this is going to be the fire reading, and fire covers the zodiac signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So if you're Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, then this is for you. The cards and decks that I'm using are linked in the description down below, as well as the natal chart. If you've never had your charts read, you can check that out. Otherwise, we'll get started. I like to look at the singles first, then the couples after, and we will see where the chakra energy is lighting up, giving us an idea of where the focus energy is for the month of September, and then we'll pull a couple of tarot cards to flesh out the information a little bit. And I do read intuitively, but with this particular chakra deck, I like to use the book as well, because there's a lot of good information that comes through with it. So, fire singles. You are going to be in your root chakra, and starting off with number 2, security here. And before I open the book, the images that I'm getting right now is this is a great time for you to feel safe. If you're in a situation where your relationship, being single, is a little bit questionable, they want you to understand that you feel what you project. So if you're wanting to really get into that relationship world, then it's time to start feeling more safe in your own skin. The world really is not as crazy as the media would like you to believe, because when you really get down to what's in your neighborhood, what's in your friends group. Now again, everyone's going to have a different experience, and I'm not knocking that, but when you're single and you feel safe and secure in who you are, in that foundational energy, because the root chakra is the foundation of all the other chakras, and when you are grounded in that type of energy, it actually projects outwards, and other people notice that you have your stuff together, you're stable, you have self-awareness, which is not something that is easy to come by the way, and it allows others to be drawn to you. So they're really wanting to push this energy that this is your reminder that you're good in your own skin, and by being secure in who you are, that opens the doors to other relationships, whether those relationships are romantic or if you're just looking for maybe a little different friend group. All of that energy is going to line up for you. It's a matter of being open to understanding who you are, that person that you see when you look in the mirror. So let's see what the book has to say here. Since we're in the root chakra, this is the elemental energy of earth. So fire, this is actually a companion energy for you. Earth is our material home. It is linked with the physical body, financial, monetary affairs, tangible comforts, and worldly realities. Whether it's climbing a mountain, a high meandering shore, raking leaves, or studying your local ecosystem, the natural environment is beauty like a mirror that reflects hopes and inspiration. And this is where we're getting that we have to be able to project out what we want to see in the world. And the only way to do that is to know who we are as a person. So, fire singles, it's a lot of inner work is what they're saying, but it's your root chakra, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Keywords here are independence, self-reliance, confidence, self-determination, understanding, persevering, spontaneous, and responsible. So, fire singles, this is really about, again, when you are secure in who you are, it becomes very attractive to other people. And they're saying that you're not in a bad place, but this is a good time to maybe check in on some things, see where you really are at, and make sure that where you're at is where you want to be. Again, no one's ever going to be perfect, and anyone who says, well, you'll find the perfect person when you're in the perfect place. No. You'll find the perfect person when you are ready to be in that perfect place, because you're never going to be in the perfect place. You're going to be in a situation of expectation and attraction, but attraction is going to be through projecting out what it is you're looking for in your own actions, and through knowledge of who you are as a person, then the other vibrations are going to align and that person will be able to come in. So it's really about being secure in who you are as a person. So let's take a peek here at what your tarot is. We have number 3, the Empress, and this is major arcana, so this is big life lesson energy. Take time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. Fire, this is one of those energies, fire singles, where you want to make sure that you are secure, that you are independent, that you are able to take care of yourself. In that energy, then other people are going to notice. Now, does that mean you have to stay there and be, oh, I don't need anybody, I can handle everything on my own? You can. It's going to be kind of lonely. But what this energy is really saying is the Empress, the goddess, the divine feminine coming through, she is showing you that there's abundance here. This is your abundance. I think there's a little baby in there. He's sitting next to a piece. And this is saying that this is your time where your creative ability is really super high. You're building a new foundation, or you're reaffirming your foundation. And that is that security. That is that ability to move forward. So fire singles, right now, this is the time where you get to decide what it is you're looking for, what it is you're actually creating. And once you decide that, become secure in it, build that foundation, you put that into yourself. Because you're not going to be able to attract something if you're not in alignment with it in the first place. You're not going to be able to attract the, perfect person. What was it, 32, 24, 34, whatever it was, the perfect little black dress from back in the day. You're not going to be able to attract that if your thought pattern is, I'm going to go hang out over here and not be around those type of people. Get into the state where that type of person is drawn to you. And it's amazing when you get aligned within your own self, how these people just kind of show up. You don't even have to do anything. You go to the grocery store and look, there's that person and they're asking for your help. It's because you have dealt with whatever's going on and your energy around you has built that. So the Empress is coming in, the Divine Mother, the Goddess, is coming in to say, let's work to clean up anything that's not where you want it to be. This is your decision. We're not taking anything away from you. We're just here to help and support you. And that's where you're rebuilding that foundation and really affirming some things for yourself this month. Okay, your second card is number 4, the Emperor. So you have the divine couple coming in, the goddess and the god, Lord and Lady, however you want to see this. But you have this balance energy coming in. His card says, use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, a firm but compassionate leader. Fire singles. There is a very strong likelihood that September is going to be your month for connection. These two coming up in the same reading, these two coming up together with a deck that I shuffle a lot, is really saying this is your time to make that connection. The opposites are going to attract, but this is where, if you're looking for a relationship, good luck, because this is your month. There's going to be this really good energy coming in, and pay attention to how your dreams, your gut instincts come forward. If when someone says, what is your perfect person, and you have an image in your head immediately, that's great. If you're like, well, I'm not sure, then it's time to start working on that. And they're wanting, interestingly enough, I'm getting energy from both the masculine and the feminine here. The physical is great, but you want to work on what is the personality you want to attract. And then the secondary part is the physical, because the physical, and you can look in the mirror and see this too, is temporary. It's going to go up and down. It's going to expand and contract. There's going to be things happening, but the person underneath all of that is what's going to be the inspiration. And the Emperor and the Empress, the god and goddess that are coming forward here, really want to say, get clear on who you are. That way you can get clear on what it is you want to attract, and then put that into your aura, put that into your environment, where people are going to just be drawn to the energy because it is such a perfect alignment with them. So fire singles, you have an amazing month going on here relationship wise, because if you're looking for love, this is where you're going to find it. And you've got the perfect balance of the Lord and Lady, the divine masculine and feminine coming in. So you're really in probably the best possible energy you could possibly be in for a new relationship, especially if you're looking for a romantic one. If you're looking for a friendship, there's going to be a lot of positivity with that too. But the energy I keep getting is this is a time where coupling is going to be a thing, where you're going to meet someone that is more long-term in that aspect. So we'll hop into our couples for fire. Before we do that, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, feelings, and impressions. And if you are getting a different impression from any of the cards I'm showing, because I read intuitively, it's always interesting to hear what other people intuit or get images for, so feel free to drop that in the comments down below if you're comfortable with that. Otherwise, we'll hop into where is fire couples energy. We're at number 11. This is the explore energy. Before we get into the book, the first thing that comes to mind here is this is a time where fire couples, if things have been kind of settling down a little bit, this is a time to maybe ramp them up. Really start to explore each other's thought patterns, or possibly even going on an adventure together. If you haven't went on a vacation in a while, this is a indication that start planning that. Start working towards that in this moment, because this is when you're going to be able to expand beyond where you thought you were before. This is the opportunity to really dig deeper, figure out what's going on. And my guides have a sense of humor. They're saying, and if you only do one thing in, your amorous time to switch it up a little bit. Try something a little different. There is a book called the Kama Sutra, not the new one. Get the old one. Get the original one that has unbelievable amounts of information in it. It is a textbook. It's like that thick. And you don't need the images because they describe everything quite well. But go through that and really get to know your partner. It's not just about the physical, though. There's a spiritual connection that gets built, and that's where we get into this explore energy. Is it's not just about physical fun. It's about getting to know and explore the other person. It takes honesty. It takes really being open. It takes a little bit of vulnerability as well. So this is where we're at with our fire couples. The energy here is in the second chakra. Again, getting into that amorous energy. And we have Varuna is the deity, the lord of rivers, lakes, oceans, and emotions, bestows the wisdom to navigate through the unknown depths of watery concern. Fire couples, whether you're the fire, your partner is the fire, you're cross-watching, or fire's in your chart somewhere, the energy that is coming up is how can you take where you're at now and amplify it? This is between you and your partner. This is that connection. This is where you get into that building those bonds that are basically unbreakable. Because when we're talking about this type of water energy tying into fire, so this could be interesting, we're not talking about a little thing. We're talking about warming the depths of the ocean here. So this is huge for you. And your keywords are sensuality, flirtation, emotional and physical attraction, tossed about on the seas of love, lust, and desire, discerning sexual boundaries, awakening desire, becoming an intuitive channel, and honestly, I think that's a good call for our fire couples. Fire, you're naturally a little spicy. But this is saying, take that spicy that you usually use for other things as well, and get passionate about your partner. Get passionate about what is their interests. What do they feel? What do they think? Part of the exercises, because I have actually read the entire original Kama Sutra, like I said, 750 pages. And when you really get into it, when you are experimenting with your partner, it's not just for pleasure. You're watching their reaction and you're getting to know them at a much deeper level. There are parts of that where it's not even physical contact. There are sections of that book that you are sitting sometimes quietly with your eyes closed, sometimes just staring into each other's eyes. There's exercises that go with it, so I'm not going into all that. But the intimacy that is built in those situations doesn't have to be physical, but it's still intense in its own way. That's the energy that I'm getting with this, and I don't know why they keep bringing forward this information, but fire couples, might be worth checking some things out and taking stuff to a little deeper level. And the term intimacy is not just, again, not just physical, spiritual, emotional intimacy where you're vulnerable with your partner, they're vulnerable with you. It builds trust that is amazing. So, your first tarot card is the Queen of Summer, loving, comforting, emotional, and intuitive. Again, we're not going into anything subtle. This is dive into the depths of the other person. Listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others. This is an energy of connection. This is the energy of the Divine Mother, the Holy Divine Feminine coming forward, the goddess, if you will, and she is coming to worship and be worshipped at the throne of her Lord. The Queen of Summer is showing what it is to be loving, what it means to be comforting, what it means to tap into that emotional intimacy, that intuitive guidance where you start to just know what the other person thinks. You don't have to talk. I mean, you can. It's great to talk. But you know the other person that well. And it is a connection that is not going to sit surface level. This is saying it's time to go deeper. Your second card is Major Arcana, which is big life lessons, big stories going on. Number 10, the Wheel. Delays are over, sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car, or possibly travel. The Wheel is showing that time moves continuously. Nothing stays in the same spot. Where you've been is great, but now it's time to move into something deeper. The wheel goes up, the wheel goes down. The interesting part with this loom, this one, is it's a spinning wheel. So you're creating something through the cycles of time, through the cycles of your emotions. You are spinning the threads of your life and your story. The fairies in this particular card are saying, you're the one that gets to choose. How far do you want this to go? Do you want to stay surface level, in which case that intimacy is not there, the trust doesn't get developed, you're just kind of fancy roommates, benefits involved? Or do you want to take it somewhere deeper? Because that's what the Queen of Summer wants. She's wanting you to go to a deeper spot, and the wheel is saying, how far do you want to go? You're the one spinning, you're the one making the thread. So, fire couples, you guys are in a really powerfully intense option energy going on here. If you want to take it to a deeper spot, this is the time to start. This energy in September, there's a little bit of the kids go back to school and, weekends drop them off at grandma's house. That way you and your partner can connect. And if you don't have children, spend some time on your days off getting to know each other again. You already did it once. Obviously you're married, or you're together at least for long term. This is a time to really reconnect and take it to that next deeper level. Build that intimacy, build that trust, and work with your sacral chakra. That's going to help guide you a lot, which is about 2 fingers below your belly button if you go by the old measures. That way you can really tap into this energy and allow it to expand and grow. So, fire singles. You guys just need to, all they're saying is get figured out what you're looking for inside and then be able to bring that out. Fire couples, this is a time to take this relationship to a next deeper level. The intimacy time is open. You've got this beautiful opportunity to reconnect, and as you reconnect, you take it to a deeper level. Fire singles, though, this is your time to connect, just in general. They're saying that you have got the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine coming in. You are in an aligned, powerful state where you can create whatever it is you're looking for. So, as you go forward, fire family, have some fun, explore, deepen your relationships, deepen your understanding of yourself, which allows you to understand the other person as well, and go forward and do great things. I will see you guys in the next video.